I want to say a few words concerning what's been going on these last couple of weeks since the presidential debate between Biden and Trump, and what's happened with the fallout from that debate to Biden, and how some of that touches on kind of what I've spoken of before regarding people as a group or as a unit, like powerful people teaming up as a group or a unit and making a statement about a particular issue, person, event, etc. And you're seeing that actually happen in real time unfold, because you have a bunch of people in the media, in politics, in entertainment even, that have at the same time gotten together basically, in a sense, and said that Biden is no longer cognitively capable of carrying on as the president, and they're asking him to step down. But up till that point, they were pretending it wasn't happening. They were like colluding basically that it wasn't happening. But it's interesting, isn't it, that as soon as they all teamed up, as soon as they as a unit, as a group, stood forth, now some of them are straight up snakes. Like they're snake-like. They're like little rats jumping off of a sinking ship. So I'm not like saying here, I'm not sitting here saying that I think they're stand-up people for what they're doing. They knew this for probably several years, most of them, that he had problems cognitively. But he was their guy and they were going to support him and lie about him come what may. It's just that the writing's on the wall so extraordinarily blatantly obvious at this point that you can't do it anymore. And I think that there was, my thought is that there was almost like an agreed upon moment in time that if it happened in a certain way, like the debate, like if the debate went the direction that it did, they were all going to just jump on board with saying that they need a different candidate, which is what happened. See, they're in a weird dilemma though. They're in a weird bind that they put themselves in. Because one of the problems that they face is that very few people like Kamala Harris, like the idea of Kamala Harris being the next president. She's really not that good of an option. She's not that viable. But the problem is that the Democrat Party loves their race politics. So if they were to boot her to the curb and put in Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer, then they have a problem. Then they look like racists. Through their own dumb tactics and race bait politics, they put themselves into that position. So now they have two people, the president and the vice president, that both are horrible picks to be their front runner for the presidency of the United States. So what do? So they're in a weird dilemma. And you're seeing a splintering of the Democrat Party, and you're seeing like different factions of it start to split apart. You're seeing something you don't really see with the Democrat Party, because usually they walk in lockstep. They are always team players, no matter how stupid the idea is that's being put forth or whatever. So they've got that as a dilemma, like what do you do? And the hour grows late. The election is 4 months away. Here we are in basically mid-July. So you got August, September, and October of the remaining full months that there are until the election. So what do? Trump's got a tremendous amount of momentum. People are seeing the writing on the wall. People are seeing that we're being sold garbage from the Democrat Party. What do they stand for? What do they actually stand for? Open borders, completely wide open borders, foreign situations that are teetering on world war, embarrassing military situations like Afghanistan, inflation, and the cost and price of living that is going through the roof. Like, that's what they have going for them so far. Cities that they run are run into the ground. Blue cities are run into the ground. They don't have anything they can show off. So they have to be dirty. They have to fight dirty. Hence why the political persecution of Donald Trump. You might not like everything that Donald Trump's ever said. I don't. But if you're going to be honest with yourself, you have to admit that nothing like what is happening has ever been done in this country before, ever. Third world countries politically prosecute their opposition. We don't. We never have. Not like this, at least. And the other thing about them, too, which is funny, is they have, like, a viable candidate in RFK. Kennedy arguably could beat Trump. They decided on, like, Robert Kennedy. They stand a pretty good chance to beat Trump. but they won't do it. He's not an establishment guy. He's not in with the program. He's not a puppet. He's not like bought and paid for. Well, he's not on the level that Biden is. And they can't have that. No, they can't have that. So they're in a weird dilemma. They're in a weird bind. We live in a very strange day and age, that's for sure. We live in a very dark and dangerous time. And as you can see by the crucifix around my neck, I'm a Christian. And I would tell people that, especially with how things are now, it would behoove you to start to go to church, build a relationship with Christ. Because in these dark days, when everything seems to just go backwards and get crazier and crazier and crazier, we really do need him. We really do need a savior. So I'd recommend everybody to start thinking about that. Take care.